Yeah. So why is AI not meeting the
The
expectations?
expectation.
Why do you hear these studies that
Yeah.
80% make it into production? How do AI teams of data scientists interact with the IT organizers, the business analysts, which were there, been there and were interacting with them? So what are kind of some of the challenges bringing AI into an organization?
Yeah, I think the at the at the bottom of this, at the core of this, in my opinion, why this is not happening is um, number one. I think in a lot of cases, there's probably not a very clear purpose, a clear business problems that we're trying to solve. And number two, thinking that just by bringing the technology is going to solve everything. If we go about it as, oh, it's this new silver bullet, that's just, it's AI, it's going to do it. And then we're not very, very focused about, well, exactly what are we trying to build? Again, to me, that is one of the reasons why then you don't see the value, which means you don't get the support for it, which means it doesn't go through, right? The other thing too is about how well you manage it, right? Because we're talking about, we're doing the work in the lab and everything, but then once it goes into production, right, the whole ML ops, right, how do you actually manage this, which is a little bit different than how we've been managing the traditional IT assets, software and implementations and everything, especially with, ML algorithms. You cannot have the same thing running and expecting the same result always, because as the data could change coming through, you might get different results or different, even how do you manage like the different versions of your ML code, right? So again, if we're underestimating, I think that it takes a different way to manage this. It's not just your traditional ways. If we're not really focused on fixing specific business problem and showing that value. And then if we don't understand that we have to manage it a little bit differently than before, I think, top of mind is what comes to me, why some of this is not, is not working. And also I think, how do we work together, right? What kind of a model, right? This is not where, oh, okay, I have this problem here, data scientist people, IT people, digital team people go ahead and solve it, right? More than anything else, I think having that product driven kind of a mindset, right? And bringing the business folks and the data folks and the IT folks, the technical folks together as a core team to really trying to solve for that problem, right? And not look at it in segregated teams. I think coming together, working together, I think that's something that's going to help us really be more successful with it.
Yeah, it goes back to your earlier points around really the collaboration which is required between these teams, and not really, as I look at it, some of these AI teams are kind of left on their own in new organizations, and really participating and integrated into the existing processes which have been there for a while, but collaborating is kind of the key, and then the change around how those teams come together.